What's up everybody, Martyrs Brigade 99 coming back at you again with another session of Dark Souls PvP. Now today we're doing random invasions, and so what that means, I can't help myself. I love him so much. Martyrs Brigade, please come back to Dark Souls PvP. Fuck Ouroboros, fuck Scott John. I like all those guys. I would give me Martyrs Brigade over all of them. Anyway. You guys have been asking me to do invasions from the DLC, but everybody's asking me to do different spots, different locations. So I figured we'll do like a two-part thing. We'll start off doing the Dreg Heap and the Earthen Peak and the Mausoleum. And then the second part of the video, we'll do the Ring City streets and the swamp area. We'll do all that in the second part. So let's get started. Now right off the bat, I know how much you guys like it when I do my sweet-ass verticality meme. So prepare for that, because this place fucking brings it. This is a top 10 Sunlight Blade plunge attack fucking montage. Verticality. It rhymes with fatality, because them motherfuckers dead. I need to get off that dude. There's a lot of these. I hope you're prepared to watch me jump on people like the goddamn Super Mario Brothers for fucking 20 minutes, because that's what's going down. Also, shout out to family emergencies and bullshit that keeps me from playing video games. Sucks, but, you know, it happens. Verticality. So, I haven't been able to upload my regular 15 videos a week. My bad. I'll get back at it. Just got some personal shit going on. Nothing super serious. We'll be back to normal soon. But until then, here's a longer video to hopefully tide you over. Here's me just whipping this dude's ass because he's using a dark sword. Here comes the host. And this is a really good fight. Verticality. Look at that. I love when I get to edge on their face. I edge on your face all night, baby. Who wants to get edged on? Don't answer that. None of you answer that. Fucking weirdos. You make one video about being a big boy for daddy, and all of a sudden, I can't get away from the homoeroticism. Which is fine. Please. Please. I don't know. Shout out to me for not being a genius. You're not a genius. I upgraded that fucking great bow and forgot to buy arrows. Would have worked beautifully there. I could have hit one of those dudes and potentially knocked them off that big, huge branch. Not the branch, the cliff face there, and separated the party. That would have been fantastic. That's not what happened. Instead, you get to watch a 15-minute long invasion of me getting chased around by 3 guys. Not really. It's not that long. But they don't have anything to do. They've killed the angel. There's no thralls left. So this is kind of a shitty situation for me to be in. I am wearing the obscuring ring because you should be up until you start fighting people. Go for the sweet plunge attack there. Totally miss. But I don't miss with the Big Dad sword, the Chaos Zweihander. Here's the build in case anyone wants to ask in the comments. And if anyone continues to ask me in the comments, I will know that you didn't watch the video. And you are a liar. 19 strength, I think, is enough to one-hand the Zweihander. 25 dex, 30 intelligence, 30 faith. Chaos-infused Zweihander, Lothric Knight Sword, and Claymore, Lothric Knight Shield. I switch back and forth. I have one attunement slot. Sometimes I use Medium Heal, sometimes I use Poison Mist. Because Vape Nation, y'all. So, now, I want to touch on this. I would have cut this part out, where I'm running around. I was like, fuck it, I'm not going to fight 3v1. I'm going to, you know what I mean, I'm going to be a little smarter than that. So I'm going to circle all the way around, but I wanted to leave it in because I make use of the Purple Moss. And if you're going to be invading here, bring Purple Moss. You're absolutely going to need it. It does 2 things. 1, it stops you from taking unnecessary damage. And 2, I'm wearing the Obscuring Ring, right? So the Purple Moss, if I'm poisoned, it gives away my location. So the Obscuring Ring is useless. Why bother? Now, you're like, oh, but you're using a Green Blossom. Well, I'm far enough away, they're not going to see that anyway. But they will always see my health. Even if I'm not on the screen, they will always see my health because my name shows up and just I'm constantly taking damage. I don't know what's more important, hiding or not taking damage, but they're almost equal. So anyway, here we are. We've circled back around, just like I said I would. Gonna look around, find out where they're at. Now, eventually what happened was these guys started playing the level, which is exactly what invaders want. You don't want to be the guy who's sitting here stuck in stalemate. And, like, what are they going to do? Use a seed? Okay, there's no enemies. What are they going to do? Use Way of the Blue? Well, I'm already outnumbered. What the fuck would it matter? But what ends up happening is they decide to go ahead and start playing the level. I can see that they're making some progress now. So I'm going to go ahead and drop down here. I hear them fighting the thrall beneath me. And since these dudes aren't mic'd up, I assume they're not mic'd up, because they get separated. Host goes to the house. 2 Sunbros go towards the swamp. And that means that I can do some verticality all over that dude's face. I'm serious. If you don't like the verticality meme, you're not going to like this video. This is seriously 23 minutes and 23 seconds of me saying that. So, I apologize. I don't. You apologize, motherfucker. Come watch my video talking that shit. I've seen you going over fucking talking on other Dark Souls YouTubers' pages, bitch. You best behave. So, I saw that dude was pretty much dead, so I didn't even bother chasing him. Medium heal, because if you're using a dark build or a chaos build, you're essentially a quality caster. So you have access to pyromancies, sorceries, and miracles. So, yeah, medium heal. It's a great spell to put in your 1 attunement slot if you started off as a knight. So we cut off the host here, and we put him in a tough situation. He can't go back now. He has to constantly heal. He's poisoned. I'm constantly going to hit him. If he turns around, he's going to get angel fucked. Shout out to the Misfits, greatest punk band of all time. If he drops down, I'm going to go for that plunge attack. I'm going to miss it, but I'm going to go for it. So he's separated, and an invader couldn't ask for anything better. You can't ask for anything more than a fucking separated party. That's like the best thing in the world. One of them's already dead. No telling where the other guy's at. Now, I know he's going to want to come over here and try and kill the Londor Pilgrim, the larva that controls the angel. So I come over here, and I'm basically just daring him. He doesn't take the bait, though, so I'm like, okay, fine, fuck it, I'll go back and fight you over here. I like fighting on top of real high places and stuff, because as an invader, I'm more accustomed to dealing with chaos than most solo hosts. I'm used to getting like 3v1'd and shit, so fighting on top of a narrow ledge does not scare me a bit. He eventually does come over towards the larva, and I know I have to make this quick because they don't have a lot of hit points. So the R2 on the Zweihander, ooh, 301 fucking damage. Get R2'd on, baby. Baby. And that's the Dreg Heap. And that's good shit. Actually, that wasn't the Dreg Heap. This is the Dreg Heap. That, my friends, was the Earthen Peak. This is Dreg Heap. So this is that guy that we plunge attacked earlier. And wisely, he got some help because there's an invader in the area. Now it's a great sword and a caster, but it's not a shitty caster. You'll notice this guy's using Great Homing Soul Arrow, which is an excellent spell. Totally underused, absolutely underrated for PvP purposes. Everybody wants to go with the big flashy Crystal Soul Spear. Crystal Soul Spear is bullshit, unless you're a ganker. If you're a ganker, fine, use it. You can afford to. If you're a good player, you know that Homing Soul Arrow is by far the better choice. It's more FP efficient. It still does excellent damage. Look at that. Much better spell. Use that. If you're insistent on being a caster, a sorcerer, shit like that is what's going to win, not soul spears. Just whatever. Anyway, these guys, they're playing really well. It's a sorcerer and a greatsword. That's murder. That's hard to beat. So I'm kind of daring them to come in here. They didn't take the bait, but they started hanging around the walls right there. And on this particular occasion, I had Poison Mist in my attunement slot. So Vape Nation, y'all. I'm just ripping fat clouds. And these dudes, they do not like it. And I'm like, bruh, I'm making like $15 an hour, bringing home straight hundos for just cheap and sweet vapes and fucking ripping the fattest clouds. You know what I'm saying? I wrap the cotton, I soak the cotton, and I just fucking rip, brah. And if you've got a fucking problem with it, then you can, you know what I mean? Sounds like Big Tobacco talking. Sounds a lot like Big Tobacco talking, doesn't it? Yeah, that's what I thought, bruh. So, I get hit with a good spell, and the Gold Phantom, he thinks I don't have any Estus left, so he started rushing in here, and by the time I healed and he realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late! Ugh. And now nothing can save you, Negus. I think he's doing a Strayed cosplay from Dark Souls 2. Feeble one! That guy was awesome. That was Kaith's voice, right? Yeah. Strayed of Olafus, I think. Olafus, some shit like that. I liked him. He was a good character. Shout out to Strayed. Shout out to fictional character number 52. I have to say something because it's just me trying to hit somebody who's rolling a lot. Dark Souls 3. I'm gonna uninstall it. It's too hard. I don't like it. I don't like it. Here's a YouTube video. I hate it. I'm gonna make it anyway. I hate it. Shout out to Dark Souls YouTubers circa 2017, colorized the current year, 4chan memes. So, yeah. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyway, Dreg Heap, good shit. I love it. This poor guy. DM Mage, you guys help me out. I have no idea what the fuck DM Mage was doing. I want you to tell me what he was doing with his offhand. Pay attention to the video. Tell me what he was doing, because I would like to know. Now, what I was talking about, when you go into your menu, watch your character. They do a little pose when they're in their menu. Now watch this Phantom. If you're familiar with that pose, you just saw it. He just did it. He was in his fucking menu and he got backstabbed. Can you imagine being in your menu looking at your own character? You just see your character get backstabbed. You're doing your cool little pose in the menu. Anyway, what's this guy doing? Look, he keeps switching what's in his offhand, but there's nothing in it, ever. Right? Or am I missing something? Maybe I'm missing something. I don't fucking know. Anyway, the element of surprise is fucking huge in these two areas because of the verticality. You can basically take anybody by surprise. There's holes, there's abysses. Like, when I say abysses, I don't mean like lore abysses. I mean there's like these huge chasms people can fall off of and die. Just an all-around fucking awesome place to invade. We've moved on to the Mausoleum Lookout here, and what's great about this is you saw the giant was still alive, Judicator Giant. So as long as he summons archers, you will always know where your host is at. And let's be honest, I don't know why. You guys, some people left comments that were like, hey, go do invasions at the Mausoleum Lookout. And I'm like, why? You know how it's going to end. 9 times out of 10, you know how these invasions are going to end. This is invasions on easy mode, man. I had already ran into this host as he was invading alongside me. And I knew he had force. I saw the arrows were there. I knew what he was going for. Easy to read. And now he's just fucked. I don't even think I hit this dude. But this is what you guys wanted. You guys wanted to see fucking arrow porn. One young Geralt penetrated by 500 men. Brazzers. Fucking, I don't know. Put that shit on PornTube, because that dude just got fucking violated and penetrated. Shout out to Lunk. I don't know if this is my subscriber, Lunk, who's always like first in the comments. But if it is, bruh, stop fat rolling. I don't know if this is you or not, but if it is you, please get your weight down. So there we see verticality. What a great escape. Using the Silver Cat ring to drop down away from gank wizards. Gank wizards are overleveled and they used Crystal Soul Spear. Real wizards will not. Now blue shows up, and I'm basically just holding this checkpoint hostage, which is that's the plan. Especially if they're only going to do like 1v1s. This poor blue comes down here by himself, and you know, if he needs to back up and heal, he's going to get shot with arrows. If he wants to stay away from the arrows, I'm going to hit him with a fucking ultra great sword. It's a tough position to be in. But that's where he's stuck at. Unfortunately for him, I was trying to bait out the Oni Slayer, because most people will do Oni Slayer into the L1 twin attack. It's like the dual sword attack. But he didn't do it, and don't ask me why I tried. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know if my brain just didn't register that he was doing Oni Slayer there or what, but that was a terrible fuck up on my mistake, or on my part. Anyway, we'll make up for it. Again, he's just in such a shitty spot, you know, but this is how you play it. This is dickhead Dark Wraith Invader at its finest. Just hold the choke point, and what can they do? I'm wearing the obscuring ring, so they can't try and barrage me with arrows or anything. Now the blue here, showing a fucking modicum of common sense, goes to get backup, and the backup just doesn't come. The dudes are like, nope. I call them gankers, you'll see why I'm calling them gankers, but the gankers are like, nope. I'm basically just sitting here at the choke point, just daring them to come. If you want to make progress, you're gonna have to come down here. The blue is like, alright, fuck it, here we go, let's try it again. Shout out to Backstab Jesus for forsaking me right there. Thank you. Not a good trade. Don't recommend that trade at all. Do not make that trade. Now, if he wants to heal, he has to back up. If he backs up, he gets shot by arrows. You see, that's the thinking man. That's the thinking man's game right there. Here comes the high speed Grave Warden Twin Blades with Karthus Rouge. Shout out to Release Era Dark Souls 3 PvP builds. And then Gank Wizard goes for Crystal Soul Spear because, you know, this should work! My pew-pews always work! And they will. If, you know, you're ganking and there's someone else to take my attention away from you. But one-on-one, you should stick with Great Homing Soul Arrow, as we saw earlier. That works. Crystal Soul Spear, that does not work. But it's big! I like it! And that's why you're a ganker. Fucking over-leveled wizards, man. So I can take my choke point back using the poison mist through the wall trick. How cool is that? I was psyched about that. Now this guy's also going for the Oni Slayer, but he's got lightning buff on his thing. It doesn't matter, he's dead. Hey, look, it's that other invader I was telling you guys about. That the one that casts force. Now all the phantoms are dead. Dark moons are dead. Let's just go kill this motherfucker, right? Laggy Ultra Great Sword is a tournament-ready build. Like, without a doubt. So when I see that that's what I'm going up against, I'm like, okay, I'm also going to use a Hyper Armor weapon and hope that that lag works in my favor. It does. He actually dies before his... he's dead before his hit points run out. And then here comes Grave Wardens. Get off it, dude. It's over. You suck. No respect. I got no respect for these Mausoleum dudes, man. So it's kind of hard to find an invasion that actually gets to this point, which sucks because this is an awesome place to use to your advantage. Invaders should be better at playing the level than the hosts. One, because the host is the one that should be under the pressure. And two, if you're an invader, you should have, you know, pretty good knowledge of the level you're invading at. Now this dude right here, I'm going to give him props, for real. He gave me a run for my money. And he was not going to let the Judicator Giant live. I switched from the Zweihander there because he's using a Dark Lothric Nightsword, which means he's pretty good at the game. And verticality. As a result, I know he's probably not ever going to get hit by a Zweihander. He might not ever get hit by a Greatsword, but I have more chance of hitting him with a Greatsword than I do a Zweihander. Typically against good players. But sometimes you'll meet good players who get tripped up by Ultra Greatsword swing speeds, especially if you switch between two-handed and one-handed. But for the most part, it is typically harder to hit someone who knows what they're doing, and this guy appeared to know what he was doing. But as you can see, the little circle around the tight corners, the stairways, it's very good stuff. Very good stuff at all. And now that he's ran around, we missed out on a chance to say it. Now that he's ran around and aggroed all the hollows, the little cleric hollow guys, they're in even worse positions than they were before, because they'll chase you for a long ass time. And if you don't believe me, then just watch, in the words of a guy who sang a song one time in the year 2016 probably. So he's playing really passive, so I'm just like, okay, straight sword it is. No skin off my teeth. I like using great swords and ultra great swords, obviously, but in an invasion, it's especially when you see a Dark Moon's coming. Ooh, nice. But yeah, see how these hollow guys have chased him in here? They chase you for a while. They're good enemies. They're good, reliable enemies. Yeah, in an invasion where you know there's Dark Moons coming, and we'd already seen that one was here. Now there's two. I'm not going to take the time to try and hit you with a great shield, or sorry, great sword. Now, this guy shows up and he's using a great sword. Look at this guard break. Shout out to my man, Super Lag. What is he looking at? I don't know. I'm sure that this is a very, very different story on his side of the screen, I bet. Anyway, that's 2 free Estus. Yeah, don't have time to play around with a great sword or an ultra great sword against a good player when I know there's Dark Moons coming. So yeah, that's straight sword time, or whatever weapon you're like most comfortable with, whatever fast weapon you're comfortable with, curved sword or katana. Here's the other Dark Moon. He's like right on our ass. He's using the Ringed Knight straight sword and a Black Knight shield. Backstab Jesus, hooking us up since he forsook us earlier. Now he's hooking us up. Thank you, Backstab Jesus. Shout out to Backstab Jesus. He died because you had poise in Dark Souls 1. I saw that coming this time. Charged R2 for the Wake Up and the Undead Hunter Charm. And now it's Deja Vu all over again. All over again. Haven't I already said that? I believe I already have. Anyway, he's dead. But yeah, those Hollow Cleric guys are awesome enemies. They will chase you to the ends of the fucking earth. Get it? Ring City, ends of the earth. It's a pun. Let's check back in on our gankers. How are you guys doing? How you doing, Lunk? Remember earlier I called these guys gankers and I said I would explain why I thought they were gankers later? Well, now it's later and I'm explaining why. They've cleared out all the enemies. They're not doing shit. They're not progressing through the level. They're just hanging out, looking around for invaders, I guess. So yeah, that's ganking in my book. So you can see they've cleared out all the enemies and they're just waiting for invaders. They've separated though, and I'm wearing an obscuring ring. I know it's so hard to fight ganks. I know people just struggle with it. It's so hard. How do you do it? You put on the obscuring ring. But that's too hard. It's a dead game. I don't like it. I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna uninstall it. Verta fucking Gality. And now everybody's fucking dying because Straight Sword Hell is gonna give it to them. Oh fuck yes. And then shout out to my main man, Backstab Jesus. He died for my sins and you will too. Everybody's fucking dying because gankers pay the price. This has been Peverson. No, wait. This is Modders Brigade 99 out. No, this is every other Dark Souls YouTuber, and I'm uninstalling it. It's too hard. No, it's Saint Riot. Later, y'all. Ring City Streets next time.